All right, guys. So I guess I can say welcome back. Um, if you watched the first part, welcome back. If you haven't and this you just started watching, what's happening is I'm getting the unable to activate message. Uh, let me actually read what the message actually says. All right, so the message is your iPhone could not be activated because the activation server is temporarily unavailable. Try connecting your iPhone to a Mac or to a PC with iTunes activated. And I've done that several times, and that does not solve the problem. So that's not the issue. The issue isn't that it's not activating. There's something wrong with the board. Okay, so something wrong with the board that's causing it not to activate. Not that the phone is just not activating for no reason. There's a board issue here. So right there is where I had the problem, and I said, and the only thing that this did was it made the actual signal for the Wi-Fi really weak. Now let me put on my glove here because I'm not going to do this to my finger again. All right, so we got our glove and we're watching this thing heat up. The only thing we're going to do is lift it off once it's heated up enough. Like I said, I could shift this over and see if that's going to solve my problem. Let's do that first. I'm going to make sure let me get you guys on into the microscope here. Oh, you guys are. So you can see that this line right here is a little bit off. So I'm going to shift the board over once it's heated up enough, and then we're going to press it down. You see that flexing right there? It almost seems like the flexing is happening at the bottom of the board. See that right down here? Not sure. Either way, that's what we're going to do. We're going to press this thing down first, and I'm going to hold it down for a few minutes while the board cools down. I think that will do some good here, I think. Right there. And I just turn off the heat. That I'm just going to hold this here for a few minutes. It's going to take some time for it to hold. We'll see what happens. If not, then I'll redo it again. I'm still getting flexing right here. Usually I just do this. Usually this is what I do. So I'm just gonna sit this on there for a few minutes and let the weight kind of press everything down and let it heat back up. I'm gonna give it about 5 minutes and then I will take it off. So we'll just let this sit. If you guys want to go ahead and watch this, put something else on for you guys to watch. There you go. Okay, and the only reason why I'm turning it back on, like I said, is because I want that thing to sit flush. Um, and this is probably the part that everybody else would cut out. I try to tell you guys that, I try to leave everything in the video because I think it's important for you guys to see the actual real struggle, and not only the struggle, but what, happens behind the scene when it comes down to these kind of repairs without the, not going to say right tools, but when you have to make do with what you have. If there were, a little bit better tools, then yeah, this job probably get done a little bit more professional looking. It's not going to necessarily make the job better, um, just a little bit more professional looking. But regardless, this has done me justice, so we'll let it keep going. All right, so I'm going to leave it for 1 more minute. After the minute, I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the board should be closed up nice and neat. At least that's what I think. And then I'll take a second look. Let me try to find something else with some more weight to it. Just trying to find something else also. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the heat and I'll let it sit on there for a few more minutes while I try to locate something with a little bit more weight to it. Not bad. I mean, any amount of weight helps because I mean the board doesn't need to be pressed down like crazy. And it's not perfectly aligned. I can see that right now. You see that ball that came out? I just got to be careful with this to make sure that it doesn't shift the board as I'm putting it down. That's the only thing that I'm worried about is as I'm putting it down, if I shift, it will shift the board, and I don't want it to shift the board. So let's see. If not, we're just going to leave this on here for a few minutes. Like I said, should be fine. Well, I know what else I can use. Door lock. Little heat sink. Nope, too big. But little heat sink is probably really good. It'll help it cool down faster while applying some weight to it. Regardless, we'll just let it do its thing. So I'm going to stop this recording, guys, because I don't feel like there's anything here for you guys to see. If I get it done, then I'll go over the process of what it takes to get it done. This is probably definitely not a live stream kind of thing. So for the future, I'll probably think about doing just recording a video of doing this and then uploading. I hate editing, but it seems like that's a better. This is a better recorded video than a live stream video. So